Hi Flosstube, I'm Pam. Welcome to my channel, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. This is Flosstube number 17. Today is Monday, January 11th. This is my channel where I talk about things that I'm stitching, things that I'm buying to stitch, a little bit of knitting, and sometimes there's some life updates. Okay, it's been a while. It's been a few weeks since you've seen me. Maybe like maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I've lost track of time. I thought that it's been November almost every day this month, which makes no sense. Every time I go to write the date in my bullet journal, I literally have to stop myself from writing November. Something is going wrong. Too much stress. So I will say that I apologize ahead of time. I am feeling out of sorts. I have literally been a ball of stress since the attempted coup on our Capitol last Wednesday, and I just don't foresee that getting better for at least the next few weeks. And it was really hard for me to come on here and even try to make a Flosstube because I'm not feeling very cheery or really, frankly, my normal self. So I'm going to try to be me for you guys. And for me, I'm trying to be me for me too. So I'll jump right into it. What have I been stitching on? I stitched on two things at the tail end of 2020. The first one being my winter solstice start. So I started Oh Christmas Tree by All Through the Night, and I'm stitching it on all the called fors, which is a 30 count linen. And I think when you saw it last, I had the very tippity top of the tree done, and then I got down to the next branch set, you know, the next set of branches. Yeah, so I mean, there's still a fair bit to go. This will come out on the 25th of every month for a little more stitching. Hopefully it'll be done by, you know, the end of the year. I don't have plans to finish this year. So if I don't get it done, I don't get it done. I am doing Whip Go. If you've been watching any amount of Flosstube, you have seen Whip Go. It's basically a bingo board where you plug in your projects and the goals you want to meet for those projects. And then you can give yourself rewards if you get a bingo. I don't think I mentioned this in my planning video, but I did come up with a reward. I can spend $40 to spend on like a project bag or something like that. Or I can kit up a project that I'm looking to kit up. Basically, I have $40 to spend on stitchy stuff if I get a bingo. I'm hoping I get several. Then I want to say maybe December 28th-ish, Christy from Christy's Corner had a birthday. Sorry, Christy, that I can't remember the exact date of your birthday. Anyway, she asked us to stitch on something historical or mildly historical, or however you interpret historical, for her birthday. She is a professor of history. I want to say medieval history. So, I mean, that made sense, right? I chose Bendy Stitchy's Personal is Political because second wave feminism is totally historical. And I got a little bit done, not a lot. I mean, it was one day of stitching, so not a ton. And I'm stitching it on 40 count, which is always slow stitching for me. So this is being stitched on 40 count Salt Marsh Green by R&R. And I got a big bunch of the last time you saw it, I only had like a few little antennas on the butterfly done. So I got a fair amount on the butterfly done. All the rest was already finished. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. I'm trying to, like, my wicked shadowy today. The lighting is terrible today. So there's that. And then I had one other project I worked on at the end of last year, and it was my temperature chart, my Granny Square Daily Temperature Stitch Along by Carolyn Manning. The premise being that you stitched a little granny square for the temperatures every single day. And I put the last stitch in on December 31st. She is done. I was a little sad to see her done. It was a little bit bittersweet putting in that last stitch. Yeah, I put it in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, 2020. So I would know where and when this was for. And that was the last one. Yeah, I'm pleased. I really like the way it came out. Super wrinkly. The iron did not make an appearance today. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna try to put things away as I go so I don't have a big mess at the end of this. Okay. Then I had a new year, new start. And this was sort of like fate stepping in and being like, 2020 was pretty bad. We're going to start day one of 2021 off fantastically for you. Actually, this happened before January 1st. Jessie Marie calls the numbers for WIPGO, I think on the 27th. So when she called them, she called number 6 and number 13 and number 18. 13 is free space. So right off the bat, we're getting our free space, which I use as a free space. Some people put a project in that spot. I did not. So right off the bat, getting a free space at the beginning of the year was fantastic. But then number 6 for me was my new year, new start. So I got to spend a fair amount of time on my new year, new start because it was also my WIPGO project for this month. Anyway, is Forever and Ever by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is the number 1 in their Songbird Garden series, which I plan on doing the whole series, except maybe number 2, which is really Christmassy. And I want to hang them year round. I'm thinking they're going to go behind me on this wall. So I don't know that I want a Christmas one up. I don't know. I'll decide. I don't have to decide right now. Anyway, my WIPGO goal for this month was to get a bird and a flower done. Goal met. I could look at that flower all day. Like, it just leaps off the fabric. I didn't get the leaves done, but that was not part of the goal. Although they're probably going to get it done before the end of the month. I don't have a whole lot going on in January. And then I got the bird done. Oh my gosh, I can't. This design is amazing. It's 36 count linen. It's all the called fors, which I think it's Tin Roof by Weeks Dye Works is the fabric, and then all the floss is like fancy floss. So yeah, this is the second time I've used 36 count. The first time I hated it with a passion. This time I'm loving it. So I'm doing one strand. It's one strand over 2. That coverage is fantastic. A little spotty on the dark red on the bird, but it's good. It's good. Love it. It's hard to put this one down. I did though, because I got out my second WIPGO project for this month, which is, I don't really consider it my project, even though at this point I'm going to be stitching 100% of it. It's my husband's project. This is the project I got him that he chose to learn how to cross stitch, and he put about 50 stitches in and then said, I don't like cross stitching. So Celtic Tree of Life 3 by Artisy Cross Stitch. And my goal was to get 12 hours of stitching on it done. And I met the goal. So he had up here done. I had to rip it out. Not because the stitches were bad. They were. But because it was wrong. And it threw everything off. Because I didn't realize it was wrong. and then I stitched off of his stitches, and it was bad. So yeah, it had to come out, which I included in the 12 hours. To me, frogging is just as time intensive as stitching, so I didn't stop the clock. It is 14 count Aida. Yeah. So basically it's all like this section right here. It was a whole page. This is a page finish, which just happened to be 12 hours of stitching and frogging. I don't know if it'll come back out this year or not. It was actually very nice meditative stitching, because you're not doing a lot of color changing. It's on Aida. You just kind of got to pay attention a little bit. I don't normally like highlight charts, but I had to highlight. I mean, I made a working copy, but I had to highlight to keep track on this one. But if it doesn't come out again till next year, when I do another 12 hours of stitching on it, so be it. It is 2021 is in September. We will have been married 20 years. It would be nice to have it done for him. But there's so many other things that I want to stitch. I feel a little bit like a bad wife, but it's not like I bought that saying, I'm going to stitch this for our anniversary, and then I didn't get it done. I'm pretty much adopting it. And I feel like just the fact that I'm adopting it should be his gift, right? I think so. I'm caffeinating with sugary soda today. I went to get my Starbucks this morning because it's Monday and I always get Starbucks, and then I do my grocery store pickup. I had to do it all earlier than normal because I also had to go and let an appraiser into one of our properties. I'm sure I've met, my husband and I are realtors. And so I had an appraisal appointment this morning, and Starbucks wasn't open, which felt weird. And it was like 8 o'clock. I'm hoping that they're not like closed forever or closed because something bad happened, or, I mean, I don't know, but they weren't open, and I did not get my cold brew this morning. So Coca-Cola it is. Okay. Then, because I finished a temperature chart, I had to start a new one. And I know that a bunch of you are doing temperature charts with me, and we're using the hashtag Stitch the Temp Sal. I'm trying to make sure to get on Instagram and look for those posts. I'm not always commenting. I am always liking if I see them. So if you've done Stitch the Temp Sal hashtag and I haven't liked it, tag me in the comments so I can see it. Because I've been kind of avoiding social media. I don't do well with social media when I'm feeling stressed. So I've been not watching the Flosstubes and not hanging out on the Instagrams too much. So if you did a Stitch the Temp Sal and I have not seen it, please tag me in it because I don't want to miss it. Anyway, this year I am doing Stitchin' Mommy's Temperature Tree. I know a bunch of you are doing this one with me. But again, you don't have to be doing this chart. You can be doing any, like the amazing bookcase that Christy from Christy's Corner charted out for us that you can get on eBay. Not eBay, Etsy. They both begin with an E. You can see the mistake. Anyway, this is days 1 through 10. A bunch of blue leaves and one green. I think there's one green in here. This guy's green, but it's kind of hard to tell when he's next to all the blues. And I take this out on Sundays and get caught up. So I stitch Monday through Sunday all at one time. And when I do that, I do a length of floss for the tree so I don't get too behind on the tree. Hoping to have the February branch done before February. Okay. That was all my stitching. I did do a little knitting. I don't think I've shown it yet. Oh my gosh, if I've already shown this, because again, this is not the first time I've tried filming today. Yeah. I'm doing this super simple hat by Louise Patterson. I feel like I've said this. Oh my gosh. If I've already showed you the hat, I'm going to feel like a ding dong. Oh, well. I apologize if I've already showed you the hat because this is like the third or fourth time I've tried to make a video today. I told you I was out of sorts. It's yarn from Knit Picks. It's worsted weight. I don't know. I'm not a knitter. Like, I'm never going to get on here and be like, this is blah, blah, blah with this blend from so-and-so. It's never going to happen. It's not my thing. Anyway, I'm following Carolyn from Off the Grid Needle Arts tutorial. And this is the hat that we're supposed to do after the dishcloths. And I started off really good. And like, that was fantastic ribbing. Like, that looks like a professional. And then it doesn't. Like halfway up, something went wrong. I don't know. Obviously, I did something wrong. I was watching Bridgerton on Netflix, and then it got a little racy, I think, around episode 3, and I was distractible, and that's what happened. But it's okay because it's only for my head, and it's a learning process, right? If I wanted a perfect hat, I would have somebody else knit it for me, or I'd buy it. Mine will be wonky, and people will go, oh, she tried to knit. Okay, so, and then I bought things. My mother got me the Christmas gift box from Stitchy Box. And then I got myself the Christmas box from Stitch Toolbox. I'm not showing all the things. It was a lot of things, like a lot of fiddly things, like scissors and scissor fobs and decorative pins and floss and thread keeps and, you know, all this crafty stitchy clutter that's fun to get and we ooh and ah and enjoy, but I would be here like for the next 3 days showing it all to you. I did get a piece of fabric from Stitch Toolbox. It's Ada. It's blue. It's pretty. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'm sure I'll find something. And then, even though I said I was never going to, I did join a Fabric of the Month club. I'm getting 20 count Ada from Be Stitch Me. Couldn't think of it. So this was December's fabric. It's Winter Blues. I figured I'd give 20 count Ada a try because I love 40 count, but I'm really slow on it. And so this will give me the same size as 40 count with maybe the ease of Ada, if that makes sense. This is a strong contender for me for Sense and Sensibility Stitching Book Club if I cannot get a kit. I'm going to try for a kit, but if I cannot get one, and they're supposed to be going on sale in the next week or so, if I cannot get one, I might try this. Anyway, I also got the membership for Stitching Book Club. So it's the first 3 books of the year and you buy them all at once. So then you don't have to remember to buy them for when they go on sale on her Etsy shop. The first 3 books, Sense and Sensibility, which starts February 13th, and which the individual chart, if you don't want to get the membership, went on sale today. I will link her Etsy shop below. It's Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. Although it's spelled funny on Etsy, like it's Sapphire MT Handcrafts, if you're looking for her on Etsy. I'll link her anyway, so you don't have to look. You just have to click. I'm so excited. There is a 4th book. She's doing Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe at the end of the year, but there's only going to be 600 copies available because she had to get permission from C.S. Lewis's trust. I don't know, whoever is in charge of C.S. Lewis's stuff. Anyway, so that was not included in the membership because it's going to be, she wants to keep it fair. So anyway, you do get a little bit of a cost savings. I want to say you save $4.50 by getting the membership versus buying the charts individually. That wasn't my motivation though. I love Stitching Book Club and I want to stitch them all. And I didn't say what the other books were. Sense and Sensibility, Little Women, and The Great Gatsby are the 3 books that are part of the membership. So now I'm just waiting to see if I can get a kit because she's dyeing this blue fabric. I'm thinking also, if I don't get the blue fabric, worst comes to worst, she's got a color conversion if you have to stitch it on white, or maybe you're gonna like the color conversion on white better anyway. Or maybe I'll try gray. Or it might be nice on that salt marsh green that I showed for Personalist Political, but I don't think I want to stitch it on 40 count. I like to stitch stitching book clubs on Ada because I can stitch faster and then I can keep up with the Sal. Like there's reasons why I make the fabric choices I make. Then I got a few charts. Some of them came in the boxes. So this one came in the Stitch Toolbox box. It's Christmas Tree Farm by Twin Peak Primitives. Super cute. And then Stitch Toolbox's own design. It's called Christmas Treats. Sorry for the glare. That's super cute. And then in the Stitchy box, it was Noel by Bendy Stitchy. I love that petit point fabric. I think if I stitch this, I will definitely do it on that fabric. Then, this is my first time getting one of these kits. It's the Nutcracker, Santa Nutcracker by Satsuma Street. And it's an ornament, and you stitch it on perforated paper, which is included in the kit, and it comes with the floss you need and all the bling. So we'll see how it goes. I figure it's got to be easier than if you saw my FFOs, which is a fully finished object, which means stitching that you can display. My FFOs for the ornaments I did last year came out a little warped. It was a little stressful. I'm hoping that this is easier. Anyway, this is the ornament I'm going to stitch for my mother and father-in-law. Then Trish from Threads Entwined had I think it was a Black Friday sale. It came in right after Christmas, which is why you guys didn't get to see it until now. It's Miss Moss by Nora Corbett. I think I'm going to stitch this one for my daughter. If you saw my finish of my July's Amethyst Fairy by Mirabilia, which came out lovely, that was supposed to be for my daughter, except she's 24 and a half at this point, and she doesn't want an enormous fairy hanging in her room. Although, I didn't even check the stitch count on this. 122 by 135. Oh, this is so much smaller, right? Like, this is going to be like this versus, I think she'll like this. And if she doesn't, I'll like it. And then I got the embellishment pack for it. And then I got a couple of project bags. Now, if you remember, I'm doing no new charts 2021 for me. And that's, I do want to say that's come November, I may get some charts because there will be some charts I might want for 2022 to stitch, but I'm not going to buy them in March or February or January because I do this all the time where I see charts and I'm like, oh my God, I have to have that. And then I'm like, I've moved on. I don't want to buy charts that I'm going to move on from. So I'm going to make a list and we'll see what I really want at the end of the year. So this seems like a lot of stuff right now, but I feel like in future Flosstube videos, I won't have as much stuff that I purchased to show. I don't know what I want to call it. Is it haul? Is it stash? Okay, so this is before I show my project bags. What do you call the stuff you buy? Like your hobby stuff. What do you call the stuff that you buy for your stitching when you buy it? Like when you call your best friend, you're like, oh my gosh, I just got my order in from, I don't know, 123 Stitch. What do you call the stuff that you get? I need a new name. Haul feels weird. I don't go to Target and bring home a haul or stat. I don't know. Accoutrement. I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, I got some project bags. This is the one that came in Stitch Toolbox's Christmas box. Love that fabric inside. So pretty Christmas scene. Got a little Santa there with his little reindeer. Oh, that's so nice. So I think I'm going to put my Oh Christmas Tree in here. I might also put the ornaments I'm stitching in here too. Keep it all like themed. And then Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching showed a project bag that they were giving away. And I said, I am not trusting this to fate. I need this. So I went and I bought it. They're hedgehogs. They're hedgehogs! Oh, they're hedgehogs. They're so cute. That's the inside fabric. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. This was Little Boat 88. I'll link them below. Oh my gosh. I couldn't trust like the chance that I might not win it and then everybody would have gone and bought it and then I wouldn't have gotten it. I immediately paused the video and went and got myself some hedgehogs. And then when I was there, I decided to get a project bag for my mom. And I'm not going to open it up because it's so nicely wrapped in its tissue paper. And I want it to stay that way for my mom, but you can kind of see the fabric. They're foxes. So I'm going to give that to my mom for her birthday, but her birthday's not till April. But, oh well. And then, very nicely, it came with 2 needle minders. They're fabric covered. And look at that little hedgehog is reading a book. It's reading a book. Super cute. I will say this though. The magnets leave like a black smudge on your fingers. And you can kind of see it on the white card there. I don't know that I would be too eager to put this actually on my fabric. I don't actually use needle minders either way. It's just not a tool I use as a tool. So they'll go up on I have metal shelving that I keep my crafts on and I put all my needle minders on the shelf and they stick there because they're magnets. So they'll go over there and they'll be cute. And actually this one will go to my mom. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. That is it for me. That's it for me. I will see you all next time. In the meantime, stay well and stay safe. Take care of yourselves and happy stitching. Bye, everyone.